Hey guys and girls, this is Carlos. Not that pretty thing over there. Today I'm behind the camera and working on this with you to explain to you how exactly this whole business of meridian tapping works. And you know, it may seem, if you're new to this, it may seem like something weird, like how can this be powerful? How can this have so much effect? How can this really clear my blocks and my limitations? But I got to tell you, it is unbelievably powerful, powerful, powerful. And so what we're going to go through here is what the different tapping points are so that I can walk you through it in our presentation. And just remember that limitations are nothing more than beliefs that are stuck in your body. They are energy blocks in your meridians, and tapping on these energy meridians releases the blocks, okay? So when you tap on the tapping points, you should use a firm but gentle pressure, as if you were testing, you know, like a melon or something to see if it's ripe. So you can use all four fingers or just two, the index and middle fingers. Four fingers are usually used for the top of the head or the collarbone, the wider areas. And then on sensitive areas like around the eyes, you can just use two fingers. And tap with your fingertips, not with your fingernails. The tapping order begins at the top of the head and works down. So Cecy's going to demonstrate for you the different tapping points so that when we're doing this on this seminar, you know when I say eyebrow point what it means. So the eyebrow point is the bony area at the front corner of your eyebrow as it dips down towards your nose, okay? And so you're just going to tap on it with a gentle two fingers right there. When I go eyebrow point, that's where you're going to tap.
5 to 7 times.
5 to 7 times. Thank you. And then, and you know, there's no, like sometimes I may be talking while we're tapping through this, and it may be more than 7 times. Until I tell you to go to the next point, you just keep tapping there. So the next point is the side of the eye. This is the dip of your eye socket, approximately 1 inch from the corner of your eye. So when I say side of the eye, that's where you're going to tap, okay? The next is under the eye, which is actually the hard area under the eye that merges with the cheekbone, approximately 1/2 inch to 1 inch under your eye, okay? So when I say under the eye, that is the place that you are going to tap lightly like she's doing right now, okay? That's where you're going to tap. Then the next is under the nose. This is the area halfway between your nose and your upper lip. It is not directly under the nose. It is not on the lip. It's halfway between the one and the other. So that's where you're going to tap when I say under the nose. When I say the chin, which is the next tapping point, this is the area halfway between your bottom lip and the chin, kind of where the cleft is. People that have a cleft in the chin, well, that's where you're tapping, in the cleft of the chin. So when I say chin point, you're going to tap right there in between your bottom lip and the chin. The next place is the collarbone. And this is the area either side of your collarbone where you can tap with your hand on either side of your collarbone, or some people just like to tap with their fist right in the middle, okay, where the U at the base of the neck is. So when I say collarbone, that is where you will tap. And then the last place that we're going to be tapping on this fast version of meridian tapping is the top of the head. This is the crown. This is the center and top of the head. This is where you would wear a crown if you were a king or a queen, or where my Jewish friends would wear their yarmulkes. So this is the crown part of the head, and this is where you will tap top of the head or crown when I say tap there. And it's as simple as that. We're going to walk through some examples on this call. I'm going to show you how to use meridian tapping to change limiting beliefs, how to overcome fears, how to let go of negative energy, how to do all kinds of stuff. So once again, and we'll give you a quick example, and the last thing I want to show you is the setup, because as you're beginning to tap, you are going to be tapping on the karate chop portion of your hand, which is what we call the setup. Now, what we'll be doing here is we will be making a statement, like let's say you're trying to overcome fear of failure. And you may go, even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely respect myself, accept myself, and love myself. And you just keep tapping. So in this setup, you're going to repeat a statement 3 times, and you're going to, this is what deals with psychological reversal. So we're going to tap on the karate chop point and deal with the psychological reversal. Now you may say, like, golly, well, it sounds like I'm being negative. No, this is how you deal with the subconscious when it's saying bull poopy when you're trying to change things. So we're going to do, like, even though I've got this fear of failure, I deeply and completely forgive myself, accept myself, and love myself. Even though I have this fear of failure, oh, and it's got me paralyzed and I feel like crap and oh my God, and it's keeping me from doing all these things and procrastinating and all that. But nevertheless, I deeply and completely forgive myself, accept myself, and love myself. Even though I have this fear of failure and oh my God, it's cost me so much in my life and it's got me paralyzed so badly and everything else, I deeply and completely forgive myself, accept myself, and love myself. And then, using that same example, we would go around and do the rounds, okay? Top of the eye, this is how I would say top of the eye, not top of the head, top of the eye, fear of failure. Now you may go, but I don't want to program fear of failure. We're not programming fear of failure. You're calling up the file. This is what is stuck in your subconscious mind. You're calling up the file. So tapping eyebrow point, fear of failure, right?
Which is called the reminder phrase.
The reminder phrase, thank you, Vanna. And then the side of the eye, fear of failure. Under the eye, fear of failure. Under the nose, fear of failure. Chin point, fear of failure. Collarbone, fear of failure. Crown, fear of failure. And we may do that a couple of times, going back again through eyebrow point, fear of failure. Side of the eye, fear of failure. Under the eye, fear of failure. Under the nose, fear of failure. And you see the rhythm that she keeps, right? Under the chin, fear of failure. Under the mouth, actually, chin point, fear of failure. Collarbone, fear of failure. And she's actually tapping both sides of her collarbone, one with her thumb, one with her middle finger. Very effective technique. Crown, fear of failure. And then I'll instruct you to go in a positive direction once we've called that up, and I'll be going eyebrow point. Even though I have this fear of failure, side of the eye, I choose to let it go right now. Under the eye, even though I've been living with this fear of failure. Under the nose, I realize that I can't fear failure enough to become successful. Chin, therefore I choose to release it right now. Collarbone, and I release it down to the cellular level, down to the very quantum level of my being. Top of the head, I release this fear of failure. I release it now.
Take a deep breath.
And take a deep breath. And let it out. And usually I'll go more rounds than that to put some positive programming in place, but you will see that this is a very, very, very effective technique, and we're going to do it. Now that you know how to do it, because Cecy's an expert at doing this, now we're going to do it together on several issues and show you how to remove limiting beliefs and blocks and emotions and feelings that you want to get rid of, and how to do it super fast, okay? So
anything that's holding you back. These are energy blocks that we have that we're unconscious of, and this is just going to allow them just to pass through. So enjoy.